This is Radio TV Phono Nut, and we have an RCA Victor 5-tube AM clock radio, probably from the mid-60s. We'll know more once we open it up. I found this at that Antique Alley yard sale, that big long yard sale they have every year, and I was kind of disappointed with the vintage electronic findings this time, although I am going back Saturday and see if anything else has been put out, but there just wasn't a whole lot of vintage electronics out there, and pretty much what I saw was stuff that was pretty well roached out and oftentimes overpriced, so couldn't deal with that. However, this thing looks like it might be fixable. At least the cabinet's not busted up, and all the silver trim looks to be in good shape. It's filthy dirty, but that will be able to be cleaned up. Alright, let's put some juice to it and see what happens. Here we are with the back removed. We have looks to be about a 3x5 speaker, rear firing speaker, loop antenna, typical 5-tube chassis on a printed circuit board with your orange dual section filter capacitor that's probably bad. Alright, let's put some juice to it and see what happens, see if it blows up. Now we have vacuum bulb illumination, so we know the filament string is good. Where's the volume pot? Well, getting a little filter hum, but not as roaring as I figured it would be.
Begin.
Did you know that studies show that a
By and those and that. One of the new face of the league.
Alright. Don't think we'll need to do much to this. Replace the filter capacitor to get rid of that little bit of hum, clean the volume pot and the tube sockets, and place this paper cap here. It'll probably be good to go unless the IF transformers develop silver mica disease. Well, here it is, just your standard 50 microfarad and 30 microfarad dual section can. It's date coded 1966, as is the tuning condenser, so we can assume that this is a 1966 model, probably one of the last tube type RCA radios made. They might have had one for 67, but, well, actually, by about 67, RCA had pretty much stopped USA production of radios and farmed their radio production out to Hitachi. And, of course, it goes without saying the quality went down when they handed their radio production duties over to other firms. Alright, and that's better, no hum. We'll let it sit and play a while and make sure there's no SMD before we button everything up, but if there's no SMD that happens, then this should be ready to go. And here we are back together, working. Clock's even working.
Fine, just anywhere is waiting for you. The Atrium Mall, right here in Meridian, next door to Mugshots.
WMER rolls more of your gospel favorites in 1 minute.
Don't be fooled by just any lifted
Of the Caribbean, where's it Caribbean? Ted Hotels is in theaters on Friday. The stars of said film is sitting to my right. Einstein and the Nat Geo series, which is on Tuesday.
it's around guaranteed.
Like these, it's important.
Here's the other radio that came home with me from the Antique Alley. It's a True Tone, probably from the early 50s, but as you can see, it's missing the big tuning indicator knob here, or dial pointer, or whatever it is. I don't think it'd be any problem getting it playing again, but really missing knobs are a pet peeve of mine because finding replacements is often difficult and can be expensive. I'd just rather them have the right knobs on them to begin with, but we might check around and try to find some. And there's the back, just a 5 miniature tube chassis, nothing out of the ordinary. Here's the last radio, an Orion AM/FM pocket radio, probably from the mid to late 60s, and yes, the tuning knob is missing, as well as the little snap is broken on the back cover here. It's a Japanese built set. Imagine that's kind of a rare bird, but once again the tuning knob is missing, so I'm really not motivated to do much with it. Maybe I'll use it for parts to fix something else. Here's the Audiotronics record player. As you can see, we have some rust on the metal hardware, and the paper covering is peeling back, so it's been in a damp location. And if we look at the bottom here, you'll see where the particle board case is crumbling and some of the paper covering is peeled away. I'm sure this could be fixed, but I think it would be more suited for parts than anything else, because I have nicer record players that could use parts from this. And as you can see, it's filthy nasty, and the tone arm rest is broken off. So yeah, this one's probably good more for parts than anything else.